everybody, and welcome to another episode of our FM19 Journeyman, where yesterday we picked up 2 wins over 2 struggling sides. And, well, we're going to look to carry that on today. We've got QPR, who are down in 20th, and Bolton, who are just above us in the mid-table. So, well, hopefully, there's a good chance we can go out and pick up some more wins. We need them. If we want to make any sort of push towards this sort of playoff area here, we need to win pretty much every game available to us. We've got a 7-point gap to close in 2 games. Never going to be an easy task, but not impossible either. It's vaguely doable. Let's go out there and let's see if we can do it. So, this is the side we're going with. Haryanto and Bayliss up top. Yastrzemski, Doyle Hayes, Chesnikov, Bannon, Luis Gustavo, Gabriel, Vidasa, Horn, and Vidanovic. So, let's submit the team, get underway, and hopefully pick up a good result. So, they come out today. Obviously, QPR, the first team we were able to beat in our second game in charge of Aston Villa. So, if we could do that again, that'd be very nice. David Neres on the left wing for them, the obvious notable player there. So, well, hopefully, I just want a good result. I just want a really, really good result today. I want another strong win. Another clean sheet would be lovely too. Keep everyone going and win this match. Not too many players reacting well to that. Our assistant doesn't help either. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I'd have liked a good reaction there. One thing I did forget to mention, by the way, let me know if the lighting on the camera is okay for you guys. I made some changes to it recently because it had been flickering, so yeah, I made some adjustments. But there is a highlight here. They're on the ball. They play forward to Neres. It hits Vidanovic and goes into the net. It's his 100th league goal of his career. I mean, that's quite impressive, really, but that's a frustrating goal to concede. I don't really know how else to describe it. It just is frustrating. It seems like we got absolutely swarmed in the midfield. That's a very good ball. Horn completely out of position. And yeah, it hit Vidanovic and seemed to speed it up, which is slightly strange. I'm not quite sure the physics worked properly there. Benon's picked up a bit of a knock as well, but he seems to be recovering from it. So, well, we do have a free kick, edge of their area. Yastrzemski strikes, hits the outside of the post, and it just goes out for a goal kick. Decent opportunity, but we couldn't put it goalwards. Well, another injury, but this time it's going to force a player off. Pavel Chesnikov is forced to leave the pitch. Toma's going to come on and take his place in the same role. He can play it well, but that's a big loss. Hopefully, he's not out for too long. Well, we've had 6 shots, 2 on target, and 60% of the ball, but still, we trail 1-0. We need to turn this around, and we need to do it soon. I think if we don't get something at the start of this second half, sort of within the first 10 minutes, changes will have to be made. Well, we're an hour in, nothing's going on. I'm bringing on Flynn for Haryanto. He's having a poor game. Flynn, a good striker. He's been alright since we've bought him in. He's had a little bit of dry patches, but some spells where he's really hot. So, let's bring him in and let's just see if he can grab a goal for us when we really need it. 67 minutes in, I'm going more attacking. We really need to push for a goal here, and we're just not seeing anything. Well, there is a goal kick in their favour. They're going to pump it up. Can we please win this ball and try and find a chance? Well, they head back. Vidasa is on it. Gives to Vidanovic. They're sort of had a bit of a stumble over the ball there, but we did get it out to the wing, to Bannon. He's running forward. He gets brought down by Hope, and now they're the ones in possession. Put the pressure on. Can we win it back? It seems like we can. Bayliss. Flynn's in the middle. Bayliss strikes. Oh, no, he crosses, sorry. Flynn gets on it with his head. A slight concern, he may have been offside, but he wasn't. He puts the ball in. I said I wanted Flynn to score when we needed it the most, and he did so. There was a lot of shambles going on. First in our back line, Vidasa and Vidanovic getting confused over whose ball it actually was. And then they messed up too. We managed to take full advantage though. Bayliss with a great cross, Flynn with the header. Puts us back at 1-1. I'd love a goal to push and win it. Hold on, there's a highlight. I was going to make changes, but there is a highlight. Let's at least tell them to get creative and then push on and see what comes of this. Vidanovic to Vidasa. We only need 1 more goal and we're in the driver's seat. We're back in the lead. Bannon on the right-hand side. It's coming down this flank again. He plays it forward. It's a great ball to Bayliss who flicks inside. Yastrzemski strikes. What a ball that was from Bannon to Bayliss. That is perfect. And that's a great cross as well. Skips Flynn, goes straight for the winger on the other side. Completely wrong way in the keeper there. It was excellent stuff. That is a great ball. That is excellent. Karim Bannon has probably been the most surprising player. He's just been absolutely excellent. Like, there's other players who I thought might be underwhelming, but they've been good. But Bannon has been sublime throughout the season, and now I think I'm going to go more positive. That 1-goal lead, 10 minutes left, and I'm also, despite me just praising him, I'm going to bring off Bannon purely for that injury, purely for those fitness issues. Bring Collins on and just try and see the rest of the game out. Well, we're into stoppage time here, and I'm hoping, with 24 seconds left, we have done enough. Flynn's on it, on the left-hand side, knocks forward to Yastrzemski, and with only 15 seconds remaining, you've got to imagine that this is the end of the game. Maybe an extra chance. No, it just goes out of play, but what an excellent fight back. We showed a good bit of spirit there. We were behind, but we battled on well and managed to come out with that 2-1 victory. It's excellent stuff. Like I said, this is when it's crunch time. This is when we need to fight for every single result. And we've just shown we can do that. One goal isn't going to knock us. It's not going to put us down. We're still going to fight on. Now, 2 assists for Bayliss, a goal for Jastrzemski. I'll just show you at the bottom there. Sorry, I forgot to show it. But we're in 13th, which isn't fantastic. Let's not lie. But, well, at least we've... Oh, Norwich dropped points. Oh, Norwich lost to Bury, which means Bury takes their playoff spot. And more importantly, only 5 points off now. We've got 2 of those points down. Only 5 points away. Now, obviously, big mass of teams between us and there, but... hopefully we can do it. Let's get into this second game against Bolton, just above us in the table, and see what we can do. So we have had our youth players come through. This actually happened before the last game, but I forgot to mention it. But, well, you can see them here. It's the players in green. And to be honest, some of them look alright. Like this Simon Clark looks like a pretty solid all-round player, especially only at 15 years old. But he's not screaming out to me that he's going to be amazing. Similarly here, Paul Chiavetta looks decent, but he's just not... he's not jumping out to me as if he's going to be a standout player. It's a bit disappointing, really, but we'll bring a few of them in anyway. I'm sure some of them we can move on for a little bit of money, but yeah, I just thought I'd let you know that youth intake, they're probably not going to change too much in the short term. Following the injuries that we picked up in the last game, a couple of changes have had to be made to the side. First of all, Collins comes in on the right wing for Bannon, who is on the bench today. He's pretty much fully, he's returning to full fitness immediately, but 73% isn't quite there yet. So he's going to be, he might feature if we do need a sub, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd rather we make sure he fully recovers if possible. And then Toma obviously filling in for Chesnikov following his injury. Doyle Hayes is also struggling, 82%, and Jastrzemski's not doing great either. It's only been a couple of days since the last fixture, but... well, I'm just hoping they can sort of crack on with it. And if we can take an early lead, which would be ideal, we can bring Cheltsov on for Doyle Hayes. And then just sit a little bit deeper and not have to worry too much about creating chances. So, they come out, same formation as us. It's been a while since we've said that, since we've been playing the 4-4-2. And it's looking decent, but it's not. I mean, I don't know. I'm not inspired by the 4-4-2, which is... strange when I'm playing it, but I expect nothing but a win from this match. We've won 3 in a row, but no players reacting to that. I guess going aggressive when you're doing well is a less viable strategy, really, but... well, hopefully it doesn't bite us too much that we didn't get a reaction there. We've got a free kick. Bayliss is going to flick it in. Oh, Verdassa goes close. Verdassa puts it over the line. Diogo Verdassa scoring so close for us, or so early for us, sorry, into the game. It's a great free kick by Bayliss. And a couple of games ago, I did mention this is more what I want. Let's just float these balls in and see what happens. And we score. It falls straight to Verdassa, who's unmarked. They left the centre-back unmarked in the box, and he scores it on his second shot. Their keeper can't make the catch, only parries it back to him, giving us a very early 1-0 lead, exactly what I asked for. Another free kick, Bayliss is going to take once again, but this time plays it backwards to Gustavo. Questionable choice, we'll see if it pays off. Toma flicks it back out to the left, back to Bayliss. First time cross to Haryanto, heads off the bar. So close, that was a great ball in, by the way. A first time cross, volleyed from Bayliss, goes straight to Haryanto. What a wonderful ball. They've got a corner. Lewis is going to put in, but Toma heads clear the first one. They do get it back though. Dyer back to Lewis. He flicks in the cross. They head just over. A bit close for comfort, but we managed to see it over. It wasn't too threatening, as they do have another chance here from a throw-in. Can we win it back? Jastrzemski goes for it, and we do get on the end of the ball. Haryanto to Doyle Hayes. I'd love to carve out another opportunity. I'm slightly concerned about our fitness levels, though, as we can't find Bayliss with Toma's ball. They pump up and are now in possession, rushing forward. Down this right-hand side, their left. Dreyer tries for a cross, but Horn blocks well, gets back on it, is carrying on. But now it's in our favour. Once again, back and forth this highlight as Horn plays through Jastrzemski, who strikes. Keeper's near side, and he just slots it home. Great finish and a great ball by Horn. He did everything to create that, really. I've been having a couple of questions in my head about Horn. He's made a couple of notable mistakes in the videos, especially when I'm going through and editing them and, you see them all quite in quick succession. Yeah, he's not been great since he came here, but that is a very good ball in, a great block on the cross as well. Excellent work from him there. A throw in for us. Horn forward to Collins. Can we find a third goal? He flicks it in. Brian heads clear, but Doyle Hayes is in the centre. He tries for it. That's a great catch by Dando. The ball was practically already past him, and he just plucked it out of the sky. It was very well done. done, as the highlight may be continuing. Vidassa's header out, doesn't find anyone. Houghton forward to Dyer, who strikes. Vidanovic, though, parries it wide, out for a corner. Hopefully nothing comes of this. I'd hate to concede after a decent save like that, but Lewis is going to flick it in. Can we keep it out? Well, we can't, but they can. They head it over the bar, which could have been worse, to be honest. We've still got this 2-0 lead. 2-0 up at half-time. Everything we wanted to happen has pretty much happened. We've got that clean sheet. We've got a 2-goal cushion, which I think is going to leave us safe to make a couple of changes just for the sake of fitness. I think Doyle Hayes is definitely the prime candidate. He struggles at the best of times. So, well, when he's on this much, I think it is safe to take him off, as we're going to go to this system. But I do want to keep the pressure on, so I'm going to go to more positive instead of balance, and see if we can just push a little bit more, sort of keep the ball further in their area, make them work if they want a goal, and just hopefully the change of system there does counteract for going to a more defensive formation. And we can keep the pressure on. 71 minutes in, and it's a quiet second half, which when you're 2-0 up, you don't really mind. But I'm going to bring on Flynn for Harrianto. Harrianto, again, not having the best game out there, 6.5. But it's all right. We've got a lot of good strikers, so we can afford to take him off. Bring Flynn on, who's fantastic in his own right. And hopefully we can go out there and just, well, at least see something, hopefully in our favour. Throw in here. Horn finds Collins, plays forward to Flynn, who's in the box. He rounds the keeper, but can't put it back. He can't put it past him. That's not a hard sentence at all. I don't know why I stumbled over it. But yeah, he did a great little touch there to get a great angle, but just couldn't find the shot to complement it. As they have a free kick, Vidanovic taps it out. Ryan has another shot. Double save from Vidanovic, showing why we put him back in the side. Puts it out for a corner, and honestly, that's fantastic. You can't give that enough credit, really. A double save there is crucial. As Jastrzemski pumps up, Bayliss nods it on, just make it difficult for them, make them work for it. And, well, that was close. I mean, that's the initial shot, I believe, from the free kick, and it was very near, but he kept it out. And then the second one, too, as we have a free kick of our own. Collins pumps in, but they head out. Gonzalez sprinting forward on it. We've got a lot of men back, though, due to our formation. Hopefully, we don't concede from this. Houghton on it. Oh, we tried to cut the ball out, but we can't. And Cousins slots it past Vidanovic. What do you do here? What do you do here? Do you go defensive? Do you stay positive and try and retain the ball? I mean, it's one goal, isn't it? We've conceded one goal, but we're now only one goal up. What do you do with this? Hold on, we can't let it play on and then concede before I'm confident in what we're doing. I just want to keep it as it is. Is that bad? Maybe P2 for Jastrzemski. For the fitness. I'm going for it. I'm going for that. I'm going for it. Let's bring him on. Oh, no. I don't want to highlight straight from kickoff. That is the last thing that I wanted right now. I wanted a quiet last few minutes with no highlights at all. We're all the way back to our keeper. Vidanovic pumps out to Horn. We do have possession of the ball for now, which is okay. Horn forward to Bayliss, who tries to pick out Flynn. It's gone back to their keeper. This isn't good. I'm nervous. Dando is on it. Should we have gone more defensive? I think we're about to find out. They pump all the way up. Horn nods on, but it only finds them. Cousins on the ball. He goes out wide to Ferreira. Please win it back. Please win this ball back. Put the pressure on. We've got men swarming him. They flick into the box. They head just over. It's a goal kick. Okay, I don't want to see anything else. Oh, God, there's another highlight. They've got to throw in. They're going to throw forward to Gonzalez. They've got making a break down this right-hand side, and they are absolutely going to find him. I think everyone except our left-back saw that, but Vidassa heads out. Maiton on the edge of the box, strikes off the post. He's offside. I thought that was a penalty. Everyone thought that was a penalty. It was offside. My heart skipped a beat. 15 seconds remain. Sorry for the voice crack. That sounded bad to me, so it's going to sound awful to you. They're coming forward once again. Ferreira again on this right-hand side. Luis Gustavo's had a poor game. No! What? I mean... Luis Gustavo, by the way, has had a shocking game. He really has, but... what? I mean... I thought it was over. 15 seconds left to play. There's a highlight. That normally means it's over. Why wasn't it over? That's an absolutely killing result. That is dreadful. It's dropped us down from the top half to 13th. That's... I mean, it's a 2-2. It's a draw, but... to throw it away in the last 15 seconds, I'm not happy with that performance. Well, with that draw, we are now back to being 7 points off of the playoffs. So if we'd have picked up those extra 2, it would have stayed at 5, and potentially, I think, 8 games remaining, 7 points off. We might have to chalk it off, especially with how many teams are between us and it. That is a killer result. It really is. I mean, if we'd have won, we'd have been on 55 points. We'd have been in, what, 10th? That's a lot closer, to be honest. It's 2 points closer. But also, there's less teams in our way. There's less teams that we need to make mistakes. That's bad. That's really bad. Coming up, we've got Stoke, who have just secured the playoffs and are top of the league. That's what I want. That's exactly who I want to play right now. With so many players out, that 2-2 is really not a terrible result. It's just the manner in which it came. Just a disappointing late collapse is just heartbreaking. Especially after he had that shot so late in the game, which missed. That's even worse. Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow for games against Stoke and Hull. Stoke, top of the table. Hull, down in 18th. It's going to be a difficult one, but if we can pick up a couple of wins, I mean, the higher we finish, the more money we get, the more the board will like us, which is all good stuff, really. So, let's just push for it. Let's try and finish as high as we can. Even if we can't make the playoffs, you know, we'll be a more attractive option to players. Bearing in mind, by the way, we took over when we were in 23rd after this absolute mess of a start by whoever was in charge. We took over at the Barnsley game here. They'd won 2 games. Out of 12. We've now won 15 out of 38. That's not bad. We've got a 50% win ratio at Villa. That's not awful. And considering we've not had much chance to really strengthen on our own terms, you know, we've still got some players who I'm not entirely sure are cut out for it. We've not got proper backups in some areas either. Let's have a bit of optimism. We're doing a decent job. Let's get through to the end of this season, see where we finish, and see how well we can do. Stoke and Hull coming up tomorrow. Let's see what we can do against them. Thank you all very much for watching. Follow the Twitter, join the Discord, and tomorrow's video up at 5:30. Subscribe to get it into your feed, and I will see you all there. Have a wonderful night, and goodbye.